All right, with the debt ceiling looming, the Biden spokespeople are trying to convince us that things are going well. They're on top of it. The inflation, the gas prices, the food prices, even the border. Well, here's Biden's top economic advisor, Lal Brainard, telling us that gas prices are down again.
What's your latest view on whether or not we're likely to see a recession before the 2024 election?
You know, the R word that I'm hearing the most is about resilience, that this economy has proven remarkably resilient. You know, we've gone through a lot, a pandemic. We've seen a war that's spiked gas prices, and today gas prices are down again, and prices are coming down across the board, and the job record is really exceptional.
I don't know about you. I live in New Jersey. I haven't seen these gas prices come down. It cost me almost $150 to fill up my pickup truck this morning. My first guest is the host of No Spin Zone and the author of the Killing Book series, which are all New York Times bestsellers. Bill O'Reilly, thank you for coming on the program. Hope you had a good weekend.
You know, Andrew, I can't figure out why I do come on the program. Is it your personality, or why am I here? I don't know.
I bring out the best in you.
Is that right? Okay. Now I get it. But fire away. I'm interested in whatever you're interested in today.
Well, of course, the debt ceiling fight. You have Kevin McCarthy, who says we got a really great deal. And then you've got the Freedom Caucus. The hashtag vacate the speaker was trending today on Twitter. There is a massive disconnect between the speaker and the Freedom Caucus.
Well, look, I mean, if you're a zealot, whether you're right wing or left wing, you're not looking out for the folks. So this is fairly simple to me, and I'm a simple man, as you know. I predicted from the beginning that they'd get a deal. They being the White House and the Republicans in the House of Representatives. They would get it because it behooves both of them not to damage the economy any further. And Biden is desperate now. He can't take a recession. He can't take any more bad news. I always say it doesn't really matter who the Republicans throw up against Biden in 24. President Biden's actually running against the grocery store and the gas station. That's what he's running against. And his spokespeople can spew out any propaganda they want, but people can easily decide whether they're better off now than they were when Trump was in the White House economically. It's not hard to do that. But when I see, and this is my lead story on the No Spin News tonight, by the way, you can get that on BillO'Reilly.com, and I hope people do check that out. My lead story is, look, McCarthy is a smart guy. And he's playing the long game. He's buying 2 years of no real government increase in spending. He's holding a line in the hopes that Republicans will win across the board in 24. And then they can take a meat cleaver to the budget, the deficit spending, and the debt and bring it down. But if Republicans block what seems to be reasonable to the Wall Street Journal today, all right, that's not a liberal editorial page. If they block it, then it's going to be harder for Republicans to win in 24. That is McCarthy's calculation. Now, the bomb throwers, they don't care about that. They're playing to their crew. And I don't think that does America much good at this point.
Do you think the deal could have been a little bit better, or is McCarthy saying, look, I wish it could be better. I wish I could give you Freedom Caucus guys everything that you're asking for. I'm with you on this, but this is what I can get past the House. This is what I can convince them to vote on in the Senate, and this is what Biden's going to sign.
That's exactly right. Maybe he could have squeezed a little bit more out of them, but the most important thing is it's only a 2-year deal. And they've stopped any expansion in government spending. We've stopped it. All right. And then if the Republicans win in 24, they can go in, as I said, and they can just wipe out a lot of the wasteful spending. Now, Trump did not do that. And that is on his negative side. Trump spent a lot of money. Some of it was COVID related, but he was a big spender before that. And he justified it, well, I got to rebuild the military. Okay, we understand. But now the thing is so far out of control because the Democrats, they don't want to cut anything. They want to buy votes by giving everybody free stuff. That's what the party stands for.
We were talking off air about, and that's a phrase, that's something that you've been saying for years, the folks. Is this the power of conservative media, or is it just people who might not even be that political walking away from Target, walking away from Bud Light, walking away from the companies? Look, this woke thing has sped up so quickly that most of us can't even keep track of it anymore. But it seems like people that are not daily consumers of conservative-minded media are saying, I don't want to buy that.
The backlash against woke is here, and it's a war now. It's a real war. So you're seeing how badly Anheuser-Busch got hurt, and they're not coming back, by the way. Bud Light's not coming back. All right, Target, insane what Target did. They're going to be hurt, might be to the brink of bankruptcy, because Target was never that solvent to begin with. And the Los Angeles Dodgers, their outrageous behavior has now branded what is a legacy franchise, Jackie Robinson, the whole thing, as a bunch of loons. And I'll go over them one by one if you want, but this backlash, and it's not so-called conservatives only.
That's what I mean.
It's people, it's apolitical people who don't really involve themselves with the culture wars. They're going, I don't want this in my face. I don't want this trans stuff in my face. Get it out of my face. Most Americans are live and let live. If you're an adult and you want to change from Larry to Sally and vice versa, they don't care, right? But they don't want their kids at 8 years old being confronted with this. Is that unreasonable? They don't want biological men competing in a swimming pool with women. Is that unreasonable? No, it's not. So this woke stuff.
I question, though, Bill, is it more dangerous for the left if conservatives, if it's not conservatives, right? They think conservatives are MAGA, Republican, fringe, kook, out there. We're out there. We're out there. If people who are not conservatives are being shoved into the conservative category, it seems like their view of if you're not the far left, you're the far right, even if you might be somebody who's totally in the middle. I got 40 seconds.
Nobody's buying that, Andrew. Nobody's buying that kind of nonsense. The regular folks in America, most of them are logical, and I think fair-minded. Problem is we're an apathetic country now, and a lot of us just don't speak what's on our mind. But enough is enough, and that's where we are with woke. Enough. We've had it.
Yep.
And that's what you're seeing.
Once you start, you know what? I think everything was fine until you came for the kids. I think that's where
right.
the line was. I think when you came for the kids.